which horror movie kind of killer do you think you could take on? Do you think you could take on Jason? Do you think you could take on Michael Myers? Do you think you could take on Leatherface?
Yeah.
All of them? It's from the perspective of the killer. What made you come up with this idea?
Was a really big fan of Gus Van Sant's trilogy of following like slow cinema movies like Jerry and Elephant and Last Days. And I've always been a horror fan, and I was just wondering, like, what would that be like if we merged the two and tried to make a horror movie that kind of had that very deliberate, slow pacing and following one character.
Yeah, and that character is the person who's chasing you, Andrea. So what was it like to be the focus of this, but the camera was kind of on the other end of things, not necessarily from your perspective?
It was so fun to feel like I was just living in it, right? To not feel the presence of the camera and to really just be so invested in that world.
Yeah, and the world is outdoors, it's isolated, it's in the woods. Did that help it be scarier?
Yeah and no.
Okay.
Like, it was so fun to just be able to scream in the woods the way that I was able to, because when in life do you get to scream like that?
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
How much blood did you go through on set?
About 15 gallons.
15 gallons? Okay.
Maybe a little more, yeah.
All right, and what's the truth behind it? Is it just corn syrup? What's the secret?
Yeah, it's corn syrup.
I don't know, some people say it is and some people go, no, it's something else. It's something way grosser.
No, it's just corn syrup. Corn syrup and like red velvet cake mix.
But you guys had like different blends and like different like viscous levels of it and everything. Like they had like sections of it.
Oh, was there like a vat of O negative, like a vat of AB?
It's all like thickness. Yeah. Kind of like how long has it been out in the sun?
Right, what was it like getting to do this movie and work with people like Andrea?
Well, it's fantastic. I'm not like being a big horror geek in the first place. Like doing something like this that is in the vein of Friday the 13th, The Burning, all this kind of stuff that I love and I grew up with. Getting to be this kind of character, it's a dream for an actor who gets to do that in a very physical role and getting to scare these people, trying to at least, and then try to be friends with them afterwards. Like it was great.
One thing I love about Sundance is that we highlight voices that have been marginalized, pushed to the edge. And finally, we have a film that's from the perspective of the killer. What was it like having this film finally centered around someone who put so much work and so much dedication into killing these people? Yes, you see, highlighting voices that we finally get to hear from.